Hi everybody, it's Casey Williams. If you ask me to name which automaker is making the most interesting electric vehicles right now, it's probably not who you think. The one that comes to the top of my mind right now is Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, all the same company. And the one that I'm really liking a lot right now is the one behind me. It's the 2023 Hyundai IONIQ 6. Let's go have a look at it. I'll be the first to admit that not everybody's going to like the IONIQ 6's design, but I like it a lot. It looks like something that snuck out of a design studio somewhere and ended up on the street. There's a lot of Porsche in the design, there's a lot of Genesis in the design, there's even a little bit of Hyundai Sonata in the design. And I think for me it works pretty well, but again, not everybody's going to like it. I really like the front. I like this molded look to it, kind of a Porsche look with the big bulging headlamps. And when you walk around the car, you'll see there are LEDs everywhere. You know, just strings of LEDs here in the front, LED headlamps. Looks really good. Come around the side, 20-inch alloy wheels, great big giant huge wheels and tires. But what you notice on the side is really this profile. This arching lamp comes from the front and then arches down the back. It's very elegant. The roof that comes down and almost like a boat tail look. I think the car, for me, it's really beautiful. Really hints at Porsche. But again, I get, there's some gangly angles to it and not everybody's going to love it. Like the flush door handles. I think that's pretty sweet. Well, to me, I just love this line that comes down the back. Again, the way the back comes down, everybody's not going to love it, but I love it a lot. And I really like just standing here in the back, seeing it in full width. Again, it just looks like a concept car sitting on display somewhere. I love this black lower valence, it just kind of breaks it up. But again, there's LEDs here, there's LEDs here, there's LEDs here in the wing for the third brake lamp. But I think they did a really nice job. It all works together and it's certainly interesting. Power rear hatch. And a fairly roomy trunk. I mean, you see how much this car slopes down the back. There's enough space in here to get 4 people away for a week. And you can also put down the rear seats if you want to and extend that space. Being an EV really pays off in the IONIQ 6's interior. All the batteries are down low on the floor, so you get these great big wide expanses front and rear, plenty of passenger space. And it enables designers to do things like this flybridge console, where you got the cup holders in front, you got the wireless charger here, you got storage here, USBs, and then down below you got all this space too. I went out to eat for lunch today. I had a box with food in it. Get in the car. It was just easy to throw things there. A woman with a purse would be also very easy. Guys can throw whatever they want down there too. So I just think the interior works out really well. But again, that concept car theme kind of comes inside. But it's all very easy to use. I spent a lot of time in the car this week. Drove down the interstate. Drove around town, back and forth to work, getting groceries, doing all my errands. And I just really grew to like the interior a lot. It just looks super modern. I like the twin flat screens for the gauges here, and of course infotainment. This works out really well. This has the Bose audio system, easy to connect devices, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, again the wireless charging here. So pretty easy to use, very intuitive. Hyundai, Kia, Genesis do a pretty good job with that. I'm glad there's no joy wheel or anything else, it's just all touchscreen up there. There are redundant controls down below for climate controls here, and then also volume and tuning. I wish there was a tuning knob, but the flick switch works okay. No, it's all right. You can also voice control it if you want to, and you can swipe screen. So pretty much however you want to do that, you can do that. Dual zone automatic climate control. The seats, I think they're really comfortable. I like the style of them. I always like the headrests that Hyundai and Kia are using in their EVs. Looks really good. These are heated and ventilated in the front. You got a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, I like the flat bottom. Again, everything just works really well. If you start tapping around here, you're going to find that this is padded, and everything looks really good. Everything looks really expensive. The aura of the interior is very nice, almost Genesis in its layout and its execution. But if you start tapping, you'll start finding there's some hard plastics. But again, it's all in balance. I like this style. I like the great big the big speaker grill right here. I like this ambient lighting that comes up, and the ridges in the door panels. So again, there's hard plastic. But the designers did a nice job. They didn't disguise it. They just did a nice job of integrating it and using it as design elements in the car and making it all work out really well. And I think they did a very nice job. Safety is also a Hyundai Kia priority, and it certainly is true of this vehicle. This has automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, blind spot warning, rear cross path detection. Also has adaptive cruise control and lane centering steering. So pretty much the full suite of crash avoidance systems too. Well, as beautiful as the IONIQ 6 is to look at, I think it's also very beautiful to drive. It's very smooth, very quiet, and true to Hyundai Kia too, it's also very easy to charge. So we'll start with that. has a 270 mile range with this battery. This has all-wheel drive. So this package with 20-inch wheels, limited package. So range isn't quite as great as it can be. Some of the packages in IONIQ 6, you get up to a 360 mile range. So if you're really looking for range, you're going to skip all-wheel drive, you're going to skip the fancy sport package, and just go for a more moderate model. But I think this is really nice. I think most people are probably going to want the all-wheel drive, especially if you live in the Midwest and you're in snow and slick weather all the time. 320 horsepower, going to that all-wheel drive system. Plenty of power to get this car down the road. I didn't look up the 0 to 60 times or go out to a track to run it, but I'm guessing it's around 5.5 seconds. Be my guess. But I can go look that up and put it in the story too. But just driving it overall is just nice. I like the way you sit in the car. You sit far forward. Again, you don't have an engine up there, so they can move the passengers up front and stay safe. So it almost feels like you're driving a mid-engine car with the driver placement here in the car. I like how this is all set up here in front of me. Just very easy to get access to everything. It'd be really nice if it had a heads-up display. This one does not have a heads-up display. I think most modern cars, especially EVs, should. I think it just makes the car even easier to drive and just goes with the theme of it. Charge times, also really good. So you can charge from 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. So if you want to take this vehicle on a road trip, you drive it easy, maybe get a little more than 270 miles in a charge, and you can stop about 18 minutes or so, get enough charge going back down the road, and be on your way. So it's a reasonably practical car if you can find a plug when you're out driving and get it charged up as well. Considering all you get with the IONIQ 6, I also think it's reasonably affordable. So the vehicle starts at $41,600. This one with the limited package, everything on it, $57,425. And I think you compare that to any other mid-size electric vehicle on the road with everything this has, and really does have the feel of a Genesis. I think you're going to find it's a really reasonable price and very, very competitive. Well, next week, another fun car. And until then, storm forward.